You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Trends for Black and White Live. Well, the big game is this weekend. Tom Brady's return to Foxborough and his former team, the New England Patriots. Very highly anticipated game. Going to be one of the biggest games of the year. Could be the biggest game of the year. Far as just pure hype going into a game, we thought Rams-Bucs was big, but this is bigger. NBC ran that Adele promo that exploded online, trended everywhere after it came out. And to add a little extra layer onto this, Tom Brady is going to break the all-time passing yards record during this game. They will stop the game for that to honor him in the same way that they did honor Drew Brees when he broke it. So, and of course, Tom Brady's trying to keep his emotions in check, and but there's been a little fly in the ointment on this. Tom Brady is sick right now. Nobody quite knows what's going on with Tom Brady, but he is literally physically ill. And he has said that it's something he had earlier in the year. We don't know for sure, but we're going to go over that. Very quickly, make sure you go over, check out the Black and White Sports merch store. We're running a sale right now. Promo code ESPCNN will get you 25% off. Any of these shirts in the merch store. The Media is the Real Virus, of course, is our all-time best seller. Defund the Athletes is right behind it. LaChina James is right behind that. And Socialism Media is right behind that. And we got many others, so go over there and check that out. Now let's get to this article. Fans freak out as Tom Brady appears noticeably sick before clash with Patriots. Some fans joking, Belichick resorting to biological warfare. And I got to tell you guys, Tom Brady looks terrible. He looks really bad. Tom Brady is gearing up for one of the most highly anticipated matchups of his career. That's saying a lot for a quarterback who's been in 9 Super Bowls, but returning to New England to face Belichick and the Patriots as an opponent undoubtedly has extra meaning. While the 44-year-old still looks like himself on the field, he did not sound like himself Thursday afternoon. Brady appeared legitimately sick during his press conference, sounding extra raspy, struggling to keep his voice from breaking while speaking with reporters. He says, quote, "I don't know. I've had a few of these days. I don't know what it is, so I got to try to figure this out," Brady said after being asked about his health status. He said, "My throat is more tired than my arm." Imagine that. Brady is reportedly vaccinated against the Wuhan virus. As Buccaneers head coach Bruce Arians previously stated, the entire team is fully vaxxed. But wide receiver Antonio Brown did test positive for the Wuhan virus with a breakthrough case last week. Brown was reactivated from the team's COVID-19 list after being cleared to play on Wednesday, exactly 1 week after his positive test. Very quickly, is Antonio Brown still living with Tom Brady? Wasn't Antonio Brown staying with Tom Brady for a while? I don't know. One reporter reminded Brady that he had a similar hoarseness to his voice over the summer. And Tom said, quote, "Same thing, I know," Brady responded. "It came back, I know, very strange. Something must be a little, I can't explain that, a little off, I guess is what that's supposed to say. You never root for illness or injury in sports, but Patriots head coach Bill Belichick will undoubtedly take any edge he can get in trying to beat Brady and his Super Bowl defending Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With the game days away, Brady's health status would be a non-issue by Sunday, or could be, or it could wind up being this version of the Michael Jordan flu game. Yeah, except that was in the finals. That's a much bigger deal. As Brady overcomes another hurdle to further cement himself as the greatest quarterback in history. Either way, football fans are freaking out about the prospect of Brady being sick, and they theorize where the illness came from. Tom Brady sounds insanely sick, this guy says, this random blue check mark. I just listened to Tom Brady's press conference, and he looked and sounded like death. He is sick as a dog. Man, this picture of him. Let me see if we can get a bigger picture. I mean, he looks bad. Let me see if this comes across. Yeah, it does. Look at that. He looks like he's 67 years old all of a sudden. That's crazy. And this guy says, yeah, Brady sounds super sick. Brady looks like he has the suds. This person, he aged in 15 years in 1 month. What the frick? The devil clearly returned his soul in exchange for his looks. Remains to be seen if his QB is affected. Looks like he got to the picture in the attic. I mean, that's crazy. Tom Brady looks terrible. If TB12 has the new COVID variant that is immune to the vaccine, I blame Belichick for creating it in a lab and infecting Tom. Oh, Lord, we're getting a Tom Brady flu game in New England. Yeah, I mean, I guess the flu's going around maybe. Yeah, it is October, so that's possible. If this man comes down with any sort of illness in the next 3 days, I will kill myself. Oh, that's funny. This guy with the eyeballs. If Brady somehow couldn't play Sunday, I want the game postponed and scheduled for a future date. I agree. Jeff Howe says, official check mark. Tom Brady has a cold. I don't know how. Bill did it, but he's one sly MFer. Sunday's game would have to be postponed if true. Of course, they're not going to postpone the game. This person says, who's a Mac Jones stan, funny, Patriots already inflicting biological warfare. Much how Tom Brady invented COVID, Bill Belichick invented COVID-19. Oh, that's funny. Agreed, Tone. You can't beat Brady unless he's less than 100%. I think Tom Brady might be extra motivated if he's sick. I don't know. I could just be like, look, I was sick and still dropped 4 touchdowns on you. Speaking of Mac Jones on the side, I did watch the game from the other day and watch some of the tape from it. 2 of them interceptions were not on Mac, and frankly, he played a pretty good game, actually. Once I got to looking at the tape, a lot of people were kind of losing their minds over how Mac played, and I was like, 2 of them interceptions blatantly were not on Mac. So, I don't know that I'd worry about that too much. Also, I mean, this is a huge game. It's going to do a massive ratings number. I expect the Buccaneers to be, in all honest with you, to win by at least 10 points, maybe 14. As good as Belichick's defense is, I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep up with all the weapons that Tampa Bay's got. But it's worth watching. We don't know that Tom doesn't have. I assume they've tested him for the Wuhan virus. But it's interesting. We'll see what happens. Tell me what you think, Black and White Live fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.